All right, so this is the week of August 31st through September 4th. And we're starting a new topic of functions, okay? So let me write my EQ over here for essential questions. Let me see if I can boost it up a little bit so I have room to write. Okay, and this is my I can. So remember, our essential question and our I can help us when it goes to our summary at the end of the topic. So I can, remember, we're talking about functions. So I can, at the end of this topic, you should be able to represent a function in a relation mapping table and graph. Okay, again, at the end of this topic, you should be able to represent a function in a relation, mapping, table, and a graph. So what is a function? Okay, function is a relation between a set of inputs. That's R. So again, a function is a relation between a set of inputs for each input there's exactly one output. So if there's an input, there is an output. All right, so let's go down to some example. Remember, if I'm moving up too fast, please just pause it or rewind back, okay? So we have a function can be represented in a relation, mapping, a table, or a graph. So we're going to use these points right here, these 4 points, to make it a relation, okay? So a relation is a set of ordered pairs, okay? So a relation is a set of ordered pairs. Okay. So in this relation we have three, 4, -1, 3, 2, 2, and 5, 4. So what I like to do when we have ordered pairs is label my x, y, x, y, x, y, and x, y. Okay? And the reason I do that is if there's a duplicate in x, meaning my x is the same number in any of the ordered pair, it is not a function. Okay? So these are functions because we have a 3, -1, 2, and a 5. So there's no duplicates. So this is a function because no duplicate x coordinates. Okay, so no x duplicate coordinates. Now let's go over here and map them same points. So here's my x and here's my y. So we call our x our domain. We call our y our range. Okay. So I'm going to put all my x's in here. Again, we have 3, -1, 2, and 5. You can put them in order if you want to. It doesn't matter. Then I'm going to put my range in here, my y values. Okay, so we have 4, 3, 2, and 4. So as you can see, my y value do duplicate, and that's allowed. Okay, so you can have all your domains with the same y value. And as long as your domains don't duplicate, you're good. So let's mark these. So we have 3, 4, -1, 3, 2, 2, and 5, 4. So you see how no arrow is pointing. It's just one arrow pointing to all the numbers over here. So none of them are getting touched by 2 y values. So that makes it a function. All right, so let's go to our x. Let's go to our table. So let's again write our x's down. We got -1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 3, 2, 4, 4. This isn't 4 right here. I'm sorry. This is 5. Okay. So again, none of these duplicate. They never repeat. That's what duplicate means. So that makes this a function. Now let's graph. So we have -1, 3. So -1, 3 means I go over 1 and up 3. So that's my point. Okay, my next one is 2, 2. So from my origin, I go over right 2 and up 2. Okay, my next point is 3, 4. So I go to my origin, I go over to the right 3 and up 4. Okay, and then my last one I have 5, 4. So I go to the right 5 and I'm up 4. Okay, and this is called the vertical line test. So what you would do is you would lay your pencil flat on the ground or flat on your graph, and what you would do is just drag it straight across. Make sure your pencil is vertical. If any of the points that you graph touch the pencil edge at the same time, it is not a function. Okay, so these are good because neither of them touch the vertical line test more than once. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's go up to your questions. All right, so it said give an example of a relation that is not a function. So I'm going to give an example, but I want you to give a different example. Okay, so when I check this, I want to make sure you don't have the same numbers I have. So here's my example of not a function. So I have 2, and I'm writing out ordered pairs. 2, 5, 4, 3. I'm just throwing them out random. -3, 0, -7, 8, and let's do one more. 2, -6. Okay, so here's my ordered pairs. So remember, I write my X and Y on all of them. I do that for graphing reasons and also to figure out if it's a function. So let's go to our X. Remember, our X cannot duplicate, so we have a 2. See if we have any more 2s. So that's a 4, -3, -7. But we have another 2 over here. Okay. So this is not a function. Twos duplicate. All right. So let's create a mapping that's not a function. So let me give you some. So we have -3, 0, and 4. Okay, and over here we have -4, 2, and let's go 5. So we're trying to create one that's not a function. So here's my X and my Y. So my domain and range. So let's just start drawing some. So let's go -3 to 2. Let's go 0 to -4. And let's go 4 to 5 and 4 to 2. Okay, so you see this 4 is pointing to 2 numbers. Okay, the 2 and the 5. That's not allowed. So it's not a function because the 4 duplicates. Okay, and the last one, we have a circle. Okay, so what we're going to do is do the vertical line test. So set your pencil on your paper and drag your pencil along, and as you can see, your pencil cuts into the circle 2 times. Okay, and a lot of points. So this is not a function because it doesn't pass the vertical line test. Okay, so it does not pass the vertical line test. All right, so that's it for today. Make sure when you're doing your 3 questions, make sure you don't repeat me with my numbers. Make up your own numbers so you have some type of understanding. If you have any questions, you know how to get in contact with me.